well, Saturday's Express next. Nick, they think it's all over, and it is. It's a little football reference for you there, but you didn't think I could do that?
Yeah, that was good. It's from 1966. So yeah, WHO officially declares COVID is not a global health emergency and dramatic ends a pandemic. Dramatic end just many years later than everyone had already ended it. It's like that meme with the thumbs up. You see the one where the guys are just talking and someone says something, they just do a thumbs up and carry on talking and ignore them. It's like, bro, we knew it was over. We didn't really need you to say this. But it's mad, I mean, to think that it's only just officially over. And the United States are only just waiving the vaccine requirement on May 11th. Absolute madness. Because really it's been over for ages. But this is Tedros, Dr. Tedros, can't say his surname. And he's saying it doesn't mean COVID is no longer a threat, but he's ending it as an official global emergency. And he says it's changed our world and it's changed us. And that is indisputable. I mean, we've learned how easily the West will descend into authoritarianism. And I know so many people who are kind of, their worldview is shattered by this and they've never really recovered. I'm all right because I was already so extremely sceptical anyway. None of it surprised me. Yeah,
it does feel weird. Every now and then I have to check myself, when I go to a show or something, I'm in a theatre full of people, I think, it's just gone. There's no one who even thinks about this anymore, and it's an odd...
The crazy thing is that there are still variations out there, variants out there. There are still, numbers are supposedly high and whatnot. And you're just wondering what's really changed is our perception of it.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's what is different. But also, I mean, I'm one of these people who's been somewhat, I don't want to say...
Red-pilled. There it is. I knew you'd been
I don't even know what the real definition is.
Josh is coming over to
people
our
know about
side.
these bloody red pills. I mean, I've seen The Matrix. But at the same time, I am angry because... I don't feel like there was honesty through the thing. And then it's like to question any of the narrative somehow puts you out to become someone kind of crank nowadays. Just to question, not just the science, but the implementation of these policies.
Yes.
And if we're not going to actually have an honest appraisal and look at what happened, then how are we ever going to learn?
That will be interesting whether we do have that assessment now, because more and more in this world, this new world now where people just mingle and go about, there's no masks anywhere. It does make us all think, was lockdown a good idea? Should we have just been shielding the vulnerable to begin with? And that,
Which was the initial plan.
Right.
Was to protect the most vulnerable.
Yeah.
And in terms of did we protect who are the other most vulnerable? Well, children, they didn't get protected in terms of their education, their future. There's a lot. It's still frustrating. It may be over, and that's great, but I think the ramifications still obviously with us, and we need to learn.
But it is good, isn't it, Nick, that the WHO are saying officially it is. It's nice to hear them say that.
Yeah, it's better than them saying it's still not over.
Yeah.
But we all knew it was over a while ago. And the worry is, what will they do next time? Let's say that another virus comes out. Let's say Gates releases another one. What will they do?
That's
just a little joke, guys. What will they do? But what would they do next time? I don't trust these organisations to not do the similar kind of things again.
I think actually if there was a next time, they wouldn't be able to be as stringent with it, because we've seen how that's not necessarily
You say that, but you look at those polls, and lockdowns still have all kinds of support. Young people especially are saying we didn't lock down hard enough, still in polls now.
They don't want to go to school.
Yeah,
It's lazy.
But 5 billion people have had one dose of the vaccine. That is a lot of people who have chips in their bodies.
Right, we're going to move on before we go down.
Luckily not
Nick
me.
actually takes that bone and runs with it.
Don't clip that Matthew Sweet.
OK, on to the Times
Safe
now.
and effective.